Hello everyone, this is Christine, aka blah blah blah. Hello everyone, this is Christine, aka Dr. Simple Budgets. I'm a zero-based cash stuffing budgeter from Southern California who gets paid once per month. And this is Tuesday of the week of Thanksgiving. I am not coming to you today with a Tiny Tuesday video. Instead, I thought I cannot wait to show everybody what I've been up to in terms of like planning my 2026 year. I do plan on having like an end of year video because this was my very first year of cash stuffing, and this was my very first year of cash stuffing on a YouTube channel. So I had a lot of really new things that I was doing this year, and I am going to report on that. So, but I wanted to tell you first, like, where are we going next year? What are we doing? What's up? So if you're new to my channel, thank you for being here. If you're a current subscriber, hello. Thank you so much for being here. I have jumped in viewership, and also I have jumped in terms of subscribers. I think I'm sitting at 105 subscribers right now. And so that's so exciting because I don't think of myself as like a YouTuber. I think of myself as who I am, just coming to you authentically as who I am, sharing who I am and sharing my journey with you. So thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. So I just want to get started on a few things that are going on. I did say that I'm going to do an overhaul of my budgeting system, but I'm also going to completely redecorate my YouTube space here as well. And you'll just have to wait for January to see how I totally redesign the space. The space is going to be the same, but it's just going to look totally different. In the meantime, in January, this is what you can also look forward to. I have always had sinking funds in this purple binder, and it was just too many sinking funds. And what I did is I realized that some of them were actually annual bills. And so I took everything that was an annual bill out of here, and this is much slimmer now, as you can see. I wished that I could have found a dark purple crocodile binder. I searched high and low, I couldn't find one. So even though this is not a crocodile like all the rest of my binders, it is a beautiful dark purple. And I decided to make this my annual bills binder. So all my annual expenses go in here. And you'll be seeing me stuff this both in December and in January for the rest of the year. So car registration is in here, car insurance, my taxes, my OPEB, which is my medical health, AAA, and then my Costco membership. So those are annual bills that will go in here. With that being said, I want to show you something else that I got here. This is from Golden Dollar. You all know and love Golden Dollar. I did order from Golden Dollar some very special placeholders. When you order from Golden, this is what you get. You get your order made my day, and I hope this package makes your day. And she wrote me a note. Christine, thank you so much for supporting my small business. Enjoy your new golden bills from Golden. Okay, hi Golden. Love her channel. And then she also gives you all her social media. And then if you want, you get 10% off your next order, which I will order from her again because the only thing I ordered from her was a bunch of the $500 ones. It's so pretty. I find that this is a really good purchase. I find that she makes a very high quality product here, If only you guys could really see and understand, like, this is embossed. So it's like, it's raised. And so, and I mean, down to the finest detail of this is embossed and raised. So these are beautiful placeholders. The reason why I ordered so many $500 ones is because I do have a $500 goal coming up for myself, and I want to use this when I get there. And plus I just wanted some $500 ones. How many do you get? You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I have 7 of them, which I think I'm just really happy to have these and have them on my channel. I'm very sorry about the glare, everyone. Okay, I will figure out a way to reduce the glare so that it's a soft environment. So I think I might do that to my light. So that's what I ordered from Golden Dollar. Now, many of you are really familiar with my budget planner here. This is where I put all of the bills that automatically come out of my bank account, and I track them on a calendar. And so far, so here we are at the end of November. And as you can see, I have a lot of check marks because all of these bills have been paid. In fact, all but Netflix has been paid, and my bank fee, $5 fee. This is cash stuffed, so this doesn't come out, but that's the date that it comes out on. And then here's Thanksgiving. I added this little pumpkin. But this is and has been a really wonderful planner. We're gonna plan and design this for the month of December. That'll be a separate video coming. But what do I have to replace it? Well, this one has a lot of pages that in the beginning, I used to use all of these pages when I was first becoming a cash stuffer. I needed all these pages to kind of understand the in and out of my money. But now that I have my entire system really just memorized, I think I've hit this sort of like Kaizen flow with my budgeting system. I don't use any of those pages. All I use is the calendar. So this is going to get replaced with this. This is my monthly planner for 2026 and 2027. I really prefer this. It's the exact same size, but the difference is it's really just a calendar. So we have the January calendar, followed by the February calendar, followed by the March calendar, and that's all I need. I didn't need all those other pages because I am a digital planner as well, and everything else goes on my computer. So this is new. This didn't cost me a lot of money at all. I can still decorate it, and I can still track my spending using this monthly planner, and I also like the flowers on it as well. Kind of like that. So this is new. And I think on my last video, I showed you guys that I had purchased a bunch of new washis. So I have a ton of washis now, which I'm really happy about. I started out with just the few that my daughter had donated to me from her washi collection, but since then I have added to my own collection here, and that makes me really happy. So as far as washis are concerned, I'm all set for 2026. Now you're probably wondering, what is this pink thing that Christine has on her desk? What is this? Well, let me tell you what this is. This is where my 53-week savings challenge is going to be, as well as other 8.5 by 11 savings challenges from your channels. This is my new savings binder. it has replaced this one that used to have different challenges in it, but the challenges were designated to certain things. This one is not designated to certain things. This one is just, we are saving just to be saving in 2026. One of the things that I said before that I recognize now that I have my debt under control is that now I can just start purely saving. And so my 53-week challenge, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that is on my coffee shop. And I have the link to that down below. But I have other savings challenges as well in here. And also I have a final boss challenge in here. So let me introduce you to my new savings challenge binder. This is a 3-ring notebook that has a zipper. Okay, why did I choose pink? I wanted my Tiny Tuesdays to funnel into my savings challenge binder too. So not only is my Tiny Tuesday savings funneling into here, but also just my savings in general funneling into here. So for me in 2026, the color of savings is pink. Let me show you how it's going to work. So we always come into our Tiny Tuesdays with a certain amount of money. And then that money, once we finish each challenge, the finished challenges go into Jeep Principal, new car, e-bike, or property. We're still going to utilize our sheets here that we've already started to use, right? So we can always update this year. But where do we put the money? I used to think, well, I got to put it in a high yield savings, but I don't want to mix it with my other high yield savings. Well, now the money is just going to go here. Let me show you what this looks like. And by the way, I will leave the links to this below. It's such a smooth zipper. Like, it's really good quality. And this is what it looks like on the inside. Okay. Let me see, I'm gonna have to move my camera so you can really see it. This is in the way, but I wouldn't move this because it perfectly holds and houses all my binders. And then underneath here is where I keep my dice tray and everything. So I really like my setup. I don't want to like remove panels, but at the same time, I gotta realize that now I have this big thing. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a 3-ring binder, okay? My 53-week challenge lives in here. So we are gonna be pre-rolling for the 53-week challenge. And I have also found these incredible envelopes that actually zip close. See that? So when I'm done rolling it and saving for it, right? We mark it off. Then I put the money. I do have these individual envelopes that we are going to be stuffing for the 53 weeks in 2026, much like a 100 envelope challenge. The money is going to be going into each of these weekly envelopes. Okay, so here are the weekly envelopes: week 1, week 2, week 3, all the way through the weeks of the year until we get to our 53 weeks right here. If I want to stuff bonus, I have 2 extra bonus just because that's just the way that these pockets went. So I went all the way up to 55. All right, the next savings challenge I'm going to feature is from Norelis Lee. So we turn and here we are, Norelis Lee. Now she has a bunch of these extremely cute challenges. This one says Your dreams will come true. You just can't give up. Okay, yeah, I'm not wearing my glasses right now. I've decided to make each of her icons on this page worth $10 each for a total of a savings of $300. Where will the money go? The money will go into this big envelope right here. It'll probably go in the back here, behind the challenge. And this is obviously something that we're going to be coloring. And the money won't fall out because these have the Ziploc on them like that. Isn't that cool? I love this so much. Her next challenge for her 2026 savings, I decided to make each of her icons worth $5. So this is a $5 page. And at the end, this page will save me $280. Okay. Now, this one is so cute too. It says, rain or shine, we are going to save. And so each of these cute little icons, I made $2 for a savings of $72. Okay. And then the last one from Norelis Lee, I made each of these little piggies $1. So this page will save $25. So I do plan on saving a lot of money in 2026, okay? But that's not all. I also have this 2026 challenge from Lift It Up in Living, which I believe this one saves $240. And the way that she has this split up into the 4 quadrants, kind of like I do with the winter, spring, summer, fall, she has it in 4 quadrants. And so each of 2 rows is a month. So this is January, this is February, this is March. Then we have April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. And each of these rows, I think, adds up to $10. So 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is 10. So you can save up to about $20 a month if you wanted to do it that way, or you can just fill them in at random however you want. But that's not all. I'm also going to be using Salisa's The Most Basic Savings Challenge book. This is what I mean when I have a final boss. This is what I'm talking about. All the money that I save here is going to funnel into this book because I want to save $15,000. Will I save $15,000 in 2026? Absolutely not. I'm not bringing in that much money to save it. Could I save maybe $3,000, between $3,000 and $5,000? Yeah, I do think I can do that. So this is Salisa's book. I did buy it. I think this book is legendary on YouTube already, even though she just came out with it. But I definitely purchased it. And I will be using Salisa's wonderful book. The tracker starts here. You can maybe take 3 years to get 15,000, or if you're a big baller, you know, maybe you can do it in 1 year. It's up to you. That's why she made it this way, so that it's flexible. And so we're going to start on our circles. So whenever I finish a challenge, that money moves over to here, and we're going to track it here. Okay, so let me give you a real life example. Let's say, and this is really going to happen, since this one is only worth $25, let's say I complete this challenge, okay? I'm gonna take the money out of here. Then I'm going to come over to Salisa's book, and I'm going to fill out $25 worth of circles, and the money will go into this big envelope right here. What happens to this challenge? I take it out, and then I go onto your coffee shops, and I try to find one from your channel that will go into my savings challenge book as I continue to work on all the rest of my savings challenges. Okay, so there's really two ways to save here. There's saving up this way, okay? And then there's saving all of that to feed into this book. And also, when I'm finished, each quarter, I'm going to take the money out of here each quarter. All right, so we'll probably be doing it all at the same time, literally. But don't worry, it'll make sense to you when I do it. When I finish the whole winter portion of this, that's a quarter. So at the end of that quarter, I will take that money. And at the end of that same quarter, I will take my Tiny Tuesdays money and we will bring it over to Salisa's book and we will start to fill this out. Okay? You might be saying to yourself, Christine, probably you would have been doing better if you had just put that in your high yield savings account. Maybe. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure at some point I'm going to get nervous and I'm going to say, you know what, I think I really need to move this over into my high yield savings account. Maybe I'll move $500 over. And then guess what? When I do that, guess what I get to come in with? I get to come in with one of Golden Dollar's placeholders. So no matter what I decide to do, the point is I am saving money in 2026. And I really, really hope that you all follow me on this savings journey. I would say 2025 for me was a cash stuffing journey. I was trying to figure it out. I was doing it for the first time. I was adding binders to my system. I was trying to figure out what resonates for me and my life and the people in my life, and what do I want to do? How do I want to do it? How do I want to capture it in these categories? And now that I've done that, I have a system. This is part of my journey. Now I'm ready to go on a savings journey. So I hope that you stay tuned. I hope that you play along with me. What I love about this book is you can utilize it any way you want to into your system. But the same thing with even my own savings challenge. For those of you that have downloaded this, we are going to do it together. And I am rolling a D10 for this. And I will link in my description the link to Amazon. I did buy this zippered 3-ring notebook on Amazon, and I did buy those big Ziploc sheets also on Amazon. I will have those linked below if you're interested in starting a system like this. This did come in 3 other colors as well, so you can choose the color you like. But yeah, that's it, everyone. That's what I wanted to show you. This is what Dr. Simple Budget's channel is going toward in 2026. Are you going to be saving a lot of money in 2026? If that's your goal, please follow me on my channel. Please like and subscribe. And I will see you all next time. And stay psyched for saving, everyone. See you later. Bye.